Hello viewers and welcome to more content on WRC 8. We're back on the training sessions and this time we're looking at training sessions B. Training sessions A were predominantly tarmac based and now we're going to move a bit more to gravel and various challenges that you can encounter. And these are small courses to get you into the rhythm of rally, to show you some of the aspects that you could encounter to help you with general car handling. But also they're a lot of fun to play. Some of these courses I've played and I think I could just, there's no co-driver, you just learn the course, race round, and you really can sort of nail it. You really can get used to these courses. They're not as long as the rally courses, there's not as much to remember, and it can teach you to learn how to slide the car. I get asked a lot about sliding the car. Why aren't you sliding the car more? Because it's challenging. It's very, very difficult to do it consistently. And I think that if I was making videos where all I was doing was learning how to slide the car, there'd be a lot more crashing and there would be less showing you the actual game, because you're going to need to be on the limit, pumping the throttle. We do slide the car, we just don't slide it on every single corner. First, obviously, a slow tour of the course, learning the course. Again, I've included some of the learning, some of the failures in here as well, as I attempt to maximize those laps. So just learning the course, then once I get a rough idea on the course, then I nail it for the next lap, really put the throttle on, and there we go, down to turn one. This, and again, sliding the car around there, giving it full beans, sliding it where I can, getting the car into the right place nice and early. You really do have to turn the car in early and get it to slide a bit, because the car will understeer on this kind of surface, as you saw there. And if you don't get the slide just right, you can see yourself falling off the course very easily. So a little bit more technical. And again, you don't need to feel like you need to nail it straight away. You know, do a few laps, gradually build your speed. You know, it's about piecing these laps together. You know, and again, there you can touching the wall a bit and pushing harder and harder. Hanging around, getting in much tighter there, so getting that wheel on that inside of that ditch hooks you round, and again much quicker through the final corner. Just a quick run of the windscreen wipers, just clean that dirt off the screen, and that's a challenge completed. So straightforward, but there were challenges in there. There were challenges in getting the car in early to hit those apexes, oversteering yourself into the corner to prepare for the understeer that may occur with this type of surface. So again, we're using the same park, and finding different areas of it throughout this video. As I say, I've very much enjoyed the training maps quite a bit. I'd probably spend quite a bit of time on these maps, really getting used to the cars. And because of the consistency of these maps, you'll have an opportunity to work on car tuning. It gives you a nice basis to work on, unlike rally events where there's going to be weather changing and a lot of variance between them for sure. Just take a look here then, learning the course. Now some of these I've actually just gone headlong into. Might have done the course already in the career, something like that, so I've just decided, I think this one I'd already done it in career, so yes, this is like the first career training you do. So really it's about getting tight into the apex, getting on the power earlier. That was wrong, you see. You need to be much tighter to the apex, and almost slow in, fast out is the correct way around these corners. But where the challenge here is gradient change, you see. That little gradient change makes a big difference to when you're braking and when you're getting on the power and how the car behaves. So you might be doing it and you think, oh, I'm just about right, but you've got to counter for those changes, and that makes a lot of difference in terms of braking, sliding, weight transfer, these things. Sticking with the same couple of cars, I wasn't skipping to every single car in this one like I was before, but I wanted to find some consistency in the different cars I liked for different textures. And that is actually, we haven't got to that one yet, but I do like the race around the containers. I don't know when we will get to that, actually, I think later in the video. And of course I've completed the other training sessions as well, so we've got that to look forward to. So ready for another run. There's been a lot of talk about details on the cars. I will ask the developers about various details and how they're they're secured. I know some people spotted some things that may be different on the modern WRC cars. It depends what the team were given at the beginning of the season. So we'll look into that. This is another one here that was from the career mode. And you might have seen this in Kevin's career video. Again, it's another technical course that is quite deceptive in its simplicity. Some of the simplest challenges can be complex because of the way the course is designed. There's several ways through some of these corners. The apex could be earlier, could be later, depending on how you drive and the type of car that you're in. Makes a big difference. When I was in the career doing that myself, I was running in the junior WRC, a car which I didn't like personally. It didn't speak to me. You need a car that you feel rally in, I guess. And for me, I just jumped straight into the WRC2. When I do my career on streams, and whether that stream's going to be on Twitch, I don't know yet. But if it is, check that out. And I'll be going through the career, but I'll be using a WRC2 car to start off, just because I found them a lot more fun to drive. And I'll be doing all these training sessions on a stream as well, and putting it on the hard setting. Something for you to note, and if people can help me in the comments here, if you put the game on hard, it increases the difficulty of all the medal times. So if you've been watching this and thinking that's too easy for me, you can make it a lot more difficult, and I'm going to look at that in a video and in more detail. Okay, so this is one of those ones I was talking about, the containers. I did have a restart before this, I will let you know. I did explore, I had 2 restarts just exploring the course, and then I thought I'd just reduce the video length, run some of the more experienced runs. Very tricky, very committed. This corner here, apex it. Oh, not close enough to the bush. And again, braking earlier here, I got this completely wrong. I didn't actually. That wasn't too bad, was it? There was one I did get completely wrong then. Going faster this time. Close. So close to those containers. That's all right. Barrier just helped me a bit with braking, really. Through this corner. Flat through here, turning in. Braking. Getting it in tight for this corner. Then getting on the power. Then aiming for this apex bush here. Go for the barrel. Closer this time, but I tried to go flat and it needed just a little lift, but the speed is there. I think you can do it flat, that corner. I think if you get the apex just right, you can get it right, but I decided to call it a day there. My job was done. Let's move on. Otherwise I know I'm going to sit there for too long. When I'm streaming and I'm playing some of these, I'm probably going to bore you with my own persistence at trying to improve my performance, but that's just me. I do like constantly getting closer and closer and closer to the apex, and just finding that potential, if you like, in the car, and discovering as well, because if you do lots of these sort of stages and training, you will be quicker when it comes to the actual rallies. You will get a lot of good experience as to how to approach some of these corners in terms of braking and throttle control. Very physical with use of the handbrake as well. The handbrake's used a lot. We've come from rally games where back in 2010 you didn't need the handbrake at all. Foot brake the whole way through the game. Probably the same in 2000. Really, probably quite similar in the following rally games as well. WRC3 changed it. WRC4 was similar to WRC3. WRC5, it had some hand braking, but it didn't work that great in 5, 6 or 7 was better but not great. But here they've got a real nice sort of analog feel to the handbrake. You can really slide the car in nicely. The car looks, there's always going to be improvements to physics. There's always going to be improvements to the tyre models and suspension models, and no doubt there's going to be stacks of feedback from you all in terms of how this should handle. Tight there to that first wall, that makes such a difference in terms of time. And every lap here I'm trying to get the car in early. I'm driving towards the ditch basically, and the car's just not letting me get there. That's what I'm aiming for. A bit wide this time, that's offline, but Not too bad on the exit. A bit wide though around that second section. I've completed that. I think I'm cruising onto another lap here. I thought, could I go quicker? And then I thought, no, better of it. I've not got the speed. I'm messing up a bit now. Still completing the lap though, and there we are. Which I actually think it was a marginally better time as well, if a bit scruffy. So that completes training sessions B. Still a lot to look forward to. I'll be back in the next few days with training session C, and there'll be more from me very soon. Hello viewers, well thanks for watching the video today. Do like and subscribe, it supports what we do. Do become a YouTube member. YouTube Patreon supports all of our content you see on the channel, and of course lots of gaming from retro to modern games. I love it all in terms of racing action. So click on one of the two videos just there to find out more.